Classics are called classics for a reason, but we do have to talk about the insane amount of privilege behind them. The reason why these books are called as classics is because they talk about the universal aspect of being a human. Generations of people can connect to these books, but at the same time, we do have to talk about how these authors were only able to talk about these things because they were not restricted by any structural issues. They had the space to write and they had the space to think. And the people who decide what counts as a classic are usually in the same position. The whole system is shaped by who gets to speak and who gets to be heard. A lot of writers of color do write about struggle, violence, displacement, and systemic pain. But more often than not, these are labeled as too specific or too political, or worse, as a kind of struggle porn. It only gets called universal if it's comfortable. It can only be consumed if it is not too provoking or unsettling anybody too much. I was reading this poem by Marhan Makul, a Palestinian poet, and it really stuck with me. He says, so, in order for me to write about poetry that isn't political, I must listen to the birds. And in order to hear the birds, the warplanes must be silent. You can only be haunted by abstract thoughts, like how in most classics they are, when you are allowed to think in the first place. On Maslow's hierarchy, self-actualization presupposes survival. We have gotten great works written under extreme conditions, but there isn't enough institutionalized spaces to call that writing as universal. So I think we need to take a deeper look at what our criteria for classics are. And more importantly, who are the front runners that determine that system in the first place?